Well, tonight I don't want to get too loud. Haven't done it in quite a while. But I'm out in my wife's little she shack. I call it something else. But it's comfortable. So, gotta, got something to explain about life and reality. I don't like the word reality because that means this is a fiction of that which actually exists. A replica, a game, a play, a video game. So reality means hope the light don't bother you. But reality is a like a video game. It's a mental construct. It's separate from what is real. So if you're non-dualist, reality is a game you play because that's all you can do is play a game. So you have control over everything and you live through what you have created. And that's our purpose in this life is to experience and live. Gotta get my flea here. Joking. Okay. Uh, so, the life we experience, or I experience, is that of a combination of spirit, mind, and body. When those three things come together, stuff happens. So you can be thinking of something and it not happen because another part of you doesn't agree. You've got you've got to have all three phases lined up. If you think good things and your spirits for those good things, your bodies for those good things, and these are all three separate things, then everything comes together and it happens. A lot of people watch the movie The Secret and then they wonder why things don't happen. Well, in a crude, manly way, I'm going to tell you why it don't happen. And I've thought about this long and hard, and I've discussed it with the guys I drive with, was why it appears The Secret doesn't work. And it does work. Like I said, you've got to have everything all lined up. So, this is easily proved if you're a woman or a man. So, there's a lot of women out and they don't like their breast size. They want something bigger. They don't like their butt size, so they want something smaller or bigger. But if a woman's active and she wants larger breasts mentally, then maybe her body don't want it because she's an active woman and her boobs would get in the way, so she doesn't grow big boobs. And the same with men. You know, every man, if they had their way, would be hanging between their knees. But then you stop and think about it, maybe the spirit or body doesn't want it. Because if you're hanging between your knees, when you go to sit on the porcelain throne, you'd be dragging in the water and slime and all that other good stuff that's not so good. So your body's not going to like it. Your mind might like it, your thoughts might like it, but your body's not going to like it. Your spirit won't like it. And plus, 5, 6 inches, and you can have all you want. But if you're 16, you can't. You can only do 5, 6 inches. So no matter who you date, it's always a toss-up. So if your mind and body don't want something, it's not going to happen. If your spirit wants something, without the other two, it won't happen. And the same with wealth. If you want to be wealthy, there's a lot of responsibilities come with it. You want to be a multimillionaire? Yeah, plan on sitting your butt down at the desk and signing papers all the time and reading junk all the time. And you say, well, I'll just hire somebody to do all that stuff. Yeah, now you got the people factor, and you got to deal with all their personalities and problems and on and on. Maybe you don't like doing that in another aspect of yourself. So that cancels out any wealth plans. That's how it works. You have to be together with yourself, spirit, body, and mind. So you got to be thankful for what's happening around you. Right now, the world's kind of topsy-turvy, but apparently I have asked for that because apparently my spirit likes being on a roller coaster, likes things to be exciting at moments and then boring at other moments. If things stay the same, do the same routine every day, it gets boring. So you got to have motivators to make life interesting. So sometimes you feel real energetic and you can do a lot of stuff, and then other times you're sick and down in the dumps. Another thing is the so above, so below stuff. Wherever that statement comes from, it don't matter. It's true. Let's say you mentally, spiritually, physically want to dam up all the rivers so you can go fishing all the time. It's a good thing, you know. You got big lakes, your choice. You like to go to different lakes, camp out, get in your little boat, go fishing. You think nothing of it. You're happy spiritually, you're happy mentally, you're happy physically. Guess what? So above, so below says you build dams, you build dams. That also includes your arteries. So when you dam up all the rivers, you have created a physical mirror of what you have created in your life. So you can have clogged arteries because you desired to dam up all the rivers. Now you think, well, I'm just one person. I can't dam up all the rivers. Well, how about you get yourself some wealth and buy a couple radio stations, some TV stations, some newspapers, and get everybody else to desire the same thing. And that's a little more power. Because you don't live in a single body. You live in everybody. We're a combination of one in different forms, in different moments, in different places at the same time. So what you want in life, you have to make sure you want it. I wanted a beautiful wife, and I got it. But I didn't want a real active wife that would run me into the ground, and I got it. So what I'm saying is, when you look around and you see things happening, there's a reason for it. Now, a lot of people complain about population reduction. That's apparently happening right now, and I must apologize for that, because I believe the world should be somewhat less people, but I want it naturally. I do not have a spirit that says, eliminate 7 billion people. I have a spirit that says, let's be balanced, let's be free, and you can achieve the same goals by freedom. Let me explain. How many people would be on this planet if we didn't have lawmakers and enforcers enforcing things like helmet laws, seatbelt laws, gun laws, drug laws? Would the population be as big as it is? Everybody traveling at their own particular comfortable speed on the freeways? Some would be doing 25, some would be doing 125. It would create an environment of an elimination as it stands right now. If we just start doing it, a lot of people would be eliminated through freedom. After a period of crashes and tragedies, people would start scratching their heads thinking, maybe I better not go so slow on the freeway. Maybe I better not go so fast on the freeway. This is how it works. You just think of how many people would be eliminated if everybody carried a gun. You get in a small argument, a little roadside dispute. Instead of flipping somebody off, you would just shoot them. That would eliminate a lot of people. But you'd have no friends. So, over a period of time, after the initial chaos of everybody shooting at each other, something else would happen. Everybody that's left would be very nice to each other because nobody would want to make anybody else mad, upset, pissed off, because you could get shot very easily. This was apparent in the 1800s when people were allowed to carry firearms everywhere they went in the U.S. Communities where people carried firearms developed a system of being very polite in speech and manner towards other people, and very generous. If somebody needed assistance, something to eat, a place to sleep, it was provided out of kindness. It was a natural evolution from people having the ability to destroy those around them. You don't destroy somebody that's feeding you or giving you a place to sleep or giving you music and comfort. So when you make laws and control other people, you restrict yourself. And now with television and the zombie movies and radio and their fear-mongering, the newspapers with their propaganda, they have created an environment where the majority of the people on this planet believe in forced reduction through one way or another, population reduction. And as that reduction occurs, it's not a very good sign of one's mental, physical, and spiritual state. So I need to improve mine, not yours. Because I can't improve yours. I could probably manipulate you into eventually coming around to my beliefs. That's a lot of work, and I'm a lazy guy. I like this moment, just sitting out in a little shack at 2 in the morning, doing nothing, running around inside my head. But I don't like doing it for endless hours. I like going to work. I like taking care of my place, taking care of my wife, my family. So I don't always want to just sit around. If I did, then I would end up having a tragic accident and being in a wheelchair. Or one day I would grow old. I don't want to do that. But I want to grow old and keep my physical health and mind. And I need to bring that together because I don't want to get sick and die. So the world outside of myself is in reality the world inside myself. See, a lot of people believe God exists outside of themselves. The truth is, we exist inside God. You can't go look for God. You can't find God because you're in God. And that's why your thoughts matter. Yes, God sees, hears, and feels everything about you because there's one of the same. As a human that has only lived for a short time on this planet, I have not learned to control my mind, spirit, and body in an efficient manner. That's why schools were invented, to train other people to think like you do. The wealthy did not invent schools to educate people so they can live their own lives. The wealthy and powerful invented schools to train you to think and act in the ways they want. And this also has created tragedy in our system. Yeah, I'm guilty of it. We all are, because we're all the same. When you start considering yourself different from somebody else, we create rifts in the universe. A wave, it has its ups and downs. Sometimes you're up on top of the world and having a great day. Sometimes you're down in the swamps and you're like, hey, what's going on? You can't have being on the top of the world without the possibility or the natural evolution of ending up in the swamp as well. You ride the wave with its ups and downs, the roller coaster. Some find it exciting. Some just like the upper part and not the lower. Some like the lower part and not the upper. Some like the climb and some like the descent. There are ways to learn to expand the time of the places you like to be, to not have the downhill or the negative part which you don't like. Whether, some people don't like the uphill climb. It's boring. It's meticulous. And some people don't like the downhill because it's fast and scary. It's out of control. Some people like swirls and those tumbly things where you go upside down. And on occasions, I like them too. Look back on my life, the experiences. I've been in a few crashes. I've died a few times and woke up going, what the hell? But it was exciting when I look back on it. There are things I would like to do, play music, sing songs, but I'm not in tune with all three phases of myself. There's other things I place in priority. When you make priorities, you eliminate other aspects of your life. So, enjoy, have a good laugh, and be thankful. Eh, I hope this has been good for you. It's been 20 minutes. I'm out of here.